Hi everyone, welcome to Local Leads. My name is Rich and I'll be your host today. We're going to cover Zoho CRM this afternoon. Zoho is a place where you're going to spend a lot of time throughout the day managing, emailing, and adding and subtracting your leads. So you should have received first an email with your username and password. So if you don't have that in front of you, maybe go check your email and print that off and put it in front of you. And then go ahead, jump on your computer and go to Zoho.com. So Zoho.com. Up in the, I believe, corner here, you got your login. So go ahead and click on login. And then type in your username and password that you received from the tech team. So we're going to type in username. It should be your name at localleads.us. Some people have their first name dot their last name. Some people have an initial. Just go ahead and look at your email for reference. Go ahead and sign in. Now, when you sign in, it's going to ask you what apps you're going to want to use. Most of you are all going to use just the CRM. So just go ahead and click on CRM, and it's going to log you into the CRM portion of Zoho. Now, the main tab that you're going to use is going to be this leads tab. This is where all of your leads are going to get stored. Okay. Now, on this screen, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can add a new lead right here. So if you clicked on add a new lead, you're going to go ahead and add one in here. You're going to need most of the information. Here's the thing about adding a new lead is you want to get as much information in here as possible, because down the road, if you're putting leads in here, and let's say you just forget to put in their city and state, and in 2 months you want to call roofers in Chicago again, you've already called them, but you didn't put them in here. And on Zoho, there is a way on this first lead screen to set up different views or different filters. So let's say we put in a whole bunch of leads over a period of time, and you want to filter those to just ones in Dallas, Texas, and you only want to call people in Dallas. Well, you need correct information. So as you can see here, most of these leads should have full information whenever you save it. Okay, so once you do save a lead, you're going to go into one of them. Let's pick Karen here and see how she has all of her information loaded up here. So when I talk to this person initially, I grabbed all their information at first, and it looks like this person was a cold call. So on this screen, there's a number of things you can do inside of a lead. The first very thing that you can do is you can add notes. So down here at the bottom, let's say you spoke with this person, on the 1st of April, and then you need to call them back on the 14th of April or the 20th of April, and you want to know what you had talked about them the first time. When you start calling a lot of people, you start forgetting who you talked to and how the conversation went. So always notating them is super crucial. Okay. The next part that you can do is you can schedule tasks. So let's say you want to schedule a task for that follow-up. So that way it's reminding you that, hey, you got to follow up with Joe on the 14th of April. Well, you can go ahead and click on Add New Task, and then you can say subject, call Joe, if that's the lead's name. When, you can choose a date. You can set the priority if you'd like to. And then if you want to save, and there's more fields in here, what type of an account, when it's related to, all that kind of stuff. And then you simply click save and done, and boom, it's finished. It'll remind you on that day. It'll even send you an email in your email box reminding you as well. So that's the second thing. The next thing you can do is schedule send emails. And this is one thing that you're going to do a lot of, especially as soon as you get a lead. So let's say if you're talking with somebody, they give you their email address, you fill out their name, address, and phone number, put it in the Zoho as a new lead, and now you want to send them an email. Well, on here you can send them a generic email that you go ahead and type in. You say, hi, Joe. It was nice to meet you today. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And then you send it off, and it'll add your signature. So you can write your own emails, or we even put templates in your email for you, so you can select a template, and let's say, what do we want to do? Insurance leads, online presence, detail order, mobile websites. You'll have a different string of templates in here than probably I will, but we're always adding them. So let's say AdWords, total presence, or website. Well, let's do tree services, the tree guys. So here we go. You click on it, and there you go. It's all written up for you. It talks about our different solutions, web design, local search, social media, all that kind of stuff, all ready for you. All you got to do is click on send. So with Zoho, it makes things really, really easy to track your leads, to email your leads, to stay in contact with your leads, and to view them and call them as quick as possible. Okay, so now that we have what we'll do with leads, let's talk real quick briefly about where to get leads. Whether you're an appointment setter or you're doing sales, in either aspect, you really need to know where to get leads. And the number one place I tell everybody to go, because this is for me when I get on the phone, what I call is I jump on Google. And the reason is because Google Maps is, I believe, one of the better, more accurate listings. Now, does it have 8,000 listings per city for every single industry, such as, chiropractors or roofers? No, there are less of them, but the ones that you do find are usually more accurate. And there's still lots of pages. So if you typed in roofers in Portland and hit enter, you're going to probably come up with a list right here. And most of these people on here are legitimate businesses, and you can call every single one of them. So a lot of times I'll go down this list for that, or maybe, attorneys in Portland. You'll have a list of those that you can call. So there's really a lot of different places. Another one that I really like to use is Yellow Pages. A lot of people don't like Yellow Pages. With Yellow Pages, a lot of the issues is that there's a lot of fake businesses inside of Yellow Pages that people will register. And so typically, if we are using like a Yellow Pages or more of a directory, a lot of times I tell everybody to just go back 2, 3, or 4, 5 pages. With Google, you can usually go back about 80 to 90% of the way. So if there's 8 pages or 10 pages, you go back a few before the end, because usually once you start getting to the end of really any list, no matter what directory you use or where you find your leads, they start becoming more inaccurate. A lot of times they're closed for business. Maybe they're old business listings, or the phone numbers are wrong because the business didn't change the listing. Whatever happened, they're usually just not as accurate. So that's really what I wanted to cover today, was lead management and then where to get your leads. One thing I'll add really quickly on the lead section on where to find leads: directories. There are specific niche directories that house information about a different type of industries. So there are doctor directories, there are massage therapy directories, there's directories for roofers, there's directories for solar places, you name it, there's a directory for them. So doing a little bit of research prior to your day might be in order to make sure you have enough leads to call for the day. But these two places, Yellow Pages and Google, are two of the better places to grab some leads if you really need to just make the phone calls, which that's what everybody does. So again, that's what I wanted to cover today. If you have any other questions, go ahead and shoot us an email at affiliates@localleads.us. Otherwise, I will see you in the next training video. Have a great day.